In the previous class, we studied about the characteristics of particles of matter. That is, the particles of matter have space between them. They are continuously moving and they attract each other. Now, let us study the properties of three states of matter, that is, solid, liquid, and gas, by some activities. Collect the following articles: a pen, a book, a needle, and a piece of wooden stick. Sketch the shape of the above articles in your notebook by moving a pencil around them. Do all these have a definite shape, distinct boundaries, and a fixed volume? What happens if they are hammered, pulled, or dropped? Are these capable of diffusing into each other? Try compressing them by applying force. Are you able to compress them? All the above are examples of solids. We can observe that all these have a definite shape, distinct boundaries, and fixed volume. That is, they have negligible compressibility. Solids have a tendency to maintain their shape when they subjected to outside force. Solids may break under force, but it is difficult to change their shape, so they are rigid. Consider the following. What about a rubber band? Can it change its shape on stretching? Is it a solid? What about the sugar and salt when kept in different jars? Whether these take the shape of the jar? Are they solid? What about a sponge? It is a solid, yet we are able to compress it. Why? Let us find the answer for these questions. A rubber band changes shape under force and regains the same shape when the force is removed. If excessive force is applied, it breaks. The shape of each individual sugar or salt crystal remains fixed, whether we take it in our hand, put it in a plate, or in a sponge has a minute holes in which air is trapped. When we press it, the air is expelled out. Let us understand the properties of liquids by doing an activity. For that, you collect the following materials: water, cooking oil, milk, juice, a cold drink, containers of different shapes. Then put a 50 ml mark on these containers using a measuring cylinder. Now, observe. We observe that all the liquids will flow when spilled on the floor. When these liquids are transferred from one container to another, their volume remains fixed. Liquids take the shape of the container in which it is poured. Therefore, the shape of the liquid is not fixed. These liquids, when poured from one container to another, show fluidity. From the above observation, we conclude that the liquids have fixed volume, but the shape is not fixed. The liquids flow from higher places to lower places. They take the shape of the containers in which they are collected. In the activities 1.4 and 1.5, we saw that the solids and liquids can diffuse into liquids. The gases from the atmosphere diffuse and dissolve in water. These gases, especially oxygen and carbon dioxide, are essential for the survival of aquatic animals and plants. All living things need to breathe for survival. The aquatic animals can breathe underwater due to the presence of dissolved oxygen in water. Thus, we may conclude that the solids, liquids and gases can diffuse into liquids, but the rate of diffusion of liquid is higher than that of the solids. This is due to the fact that the liquid particles move freely and have greater space between each other as compared to the particles in the solid state. By doing the following activities, try to understand the properties of gaseous state. Activity 1.11. Take 300 ml syringes and close their nozzles by rubber corks. Remove the pistons from all syringes, leaving one syringe untouched. Fill the second syringe with water and the third with pieces of chalk. First will remain as it is. Apply some Vaseline on the pistons for their smooth movement and insert them back into the syringes. Push the piston in each syringe in order to compress the content inside it. What do you observe? In which case was the piston easily pushed in? What do you understand from your observations? The piston was easily pushed in the untouched syringe which contained air. The piston of second syringe which contained water was pushed negligible. The piston of third syringe containing chalk powder could not be pushed at all. So we can say that air, that is gas, is compressible. The water, liquid, is almost incompressible. The chalk pieces, solids, are totally incompressible. From that we conclude that compressibility decreases from gases to liquids and liquids to solids as the gaps between the particles decrease from gases to solids. Due to the high compressibility of gases, large volume of a gas can be compressed into a small cylinder and transported easily. For example, we can say the LPG, that is liquefied petroleum gas, we are using at our home for cooking. Next one, the oxygen cylinders that is supplied to hospitals. These contain compressed gas. Similarly, we can say the CNG, compressed natural gas, which is used as a fuel for vehicles. The gases have high rate of diffusion comparing to solids and liquids. That is why we can able to smell the food item what is being cooked in the kitchen. The particles of the aroma of food mixes with the particles of air and spread from the kitchen and reaches us. This is due to the high speed of particles and large space between them. Look at the picture. This shows the movement of particles in three states of matter. In the gaseous state, the particles move about randomly at high speed. Due to this movement, the particles hit each other and also the walls of the container. The pressure exerted by the gas is because of this force exerted by the gas particles per unit area on the walls of the container. Students, read the questions, try to write answers for the questions and check your answers with the given answers.